Happening now, a day of action for Oregon educators. Thousands of teachers and school staff across the state are on the march demanding better funding for public schools.
Our student needs are growing and growing and growing and growing.
With some of the biggest class sizes in the entire country, Oregon teachers say change needs to happen for your kids.
And we have a live look as Portland teachers gather on the waterfront park in downtown Portland. It's a sea of red out there. We will show you rallies from around the state.
Live from the Coyne Center in downtown Portland, this is KOIN 6 News. Watching out for you.
And welcome to KOIN 6 News at noon. I'm Jenny Hansen.
And I'm Ken Bawdy. We've got live team coverage for you with a look at teachers across the state organizing and demanding action. In Portland, schools are canceled while the teachers march, and events are going on across the suburbs and in Salem.
And in downtown Portland, teachers and staff from Portland Public Schools are rallying at Waterfront Park, and they're starting to march. Now, they are planning to walk along Southwest 3rd from Taylor to Columbia. We want to start our team coverage with Emily Burris live in downtown Portland as those teachers get ready to march. Emily?
Hey, good afternoon, Jenny, Ken. Yeah, they are going to be marching here in just a few minutes. That rally wrapping up at the waterfront right now. I want you to take a look at this crowd. Ken, Jenny, I'll send it back to you in the studio.
Yeah, big gathering there. Okay, thank you, Emily. And in Salem, schools have a special half-day schedule so teachers can attend a rally and march to the state capitol later this afternoon.
Lisa Balick is live in Salem outside Roberts High School. And Lisa, why did the Salem-Keizer District decide to do a half-day?
Well, they tell me that there are so many kids in need of the free breakfast and lunch program today, so stay with KOIN 6 News. Live in Salem, Lisa Balick, KOIN 6 News.
Thank you very much, Lisa. And educators in Beaverton, they're also participating in the Day of Action rallies, calling on lawmakers to solve education's funding crisis.
Elise Haas spoke with teachers and students who say students are suffering the most.
Teachers out here in Beaverton are lining the streets. They have folks who are driving by and honking in support, reporting in Beaverton. Elise Haas, KOIN 6 News.
And in East Multnomah County, teachers from Gresham, Barlow, and Reynolds School Districts say they are dealing with serious deficits in their classrooms.
Here's what they told our reporter, Cor Harlan.
Among the many teachers waving signs at Northwest Eastman Parkway and Northwest Burnside in Gresham, Cor Harlan, KOIN 6 News.
And stick with KOIN 6 News. We are going to be continuing to follow these rallies and marches throughout the day. You can follow along on KOIN.com. We will be live streaming events all day and see the very latest starting on KOIN 6 News at 4.
And you can see in the video from those rallies, it is just an incredible day out there right now. How is it out there for you, Kelly?
It's been good.
News. And coming up, the latest on a shooting in Salem that left 2 men dead and a woman in the hospital who police have now arrested.
And students at a school in Colorado are reeling today after 2 kids started shooting inside their school, leaving 1 student dead. The terrifying call some of them made to their parents.
Plus, the newest British royal baby now has a name. We're getting our first look at him coming up.
We're returning live now to downtown Portland, where teachers are beginning to march. It's part of the Day of Action planned across Oregon. Several school districts are closed today as teachers and staff across the state march and rally, demanding better funding for public education. Emily Burris is there live with an update. Emily?
Hey, Ken, Jenny, a little hard to hear you because we are starting to march. We're being led off by a student drum line here as we make our way down the waterfront park. Before we dismarch, as it continues through downtown Portland on KOIN.com. For now, we'll send it.
Well, it looks like there are a lot of them from the pictures that we have been seeing, and also this means that a lot of streets in downtown Portland are kind of tied up right now. In fact, our second chance segment didn't happen today because our dog, they couldn't get here because some of the streets are blocked. But important cause for a lot of people and teachers, and I've been seeing so much on my Facebook feed about this today as well.
Yeah. So. Be right back.
want to return live now to downtown Portland, where teachers are marching. It is part of the Day of Action happening today across Oregon as teachers demand better funding for public education. And they had a big gathering at Waterfront Park, and they started marching around noon. And it looks like they're making their way through downtown Portland. They've turned now off of NATO, and they're going up the streets into downtown. So if you're coming to downtown Portland, be sure to be aware of this, because some streets are definitely closed right now. All right, coming up this afternoon at 4, we will have a wrap-up of the Day of Action protest by teachers and educators across Oregon.
Plus, Uber and Lyft drivers in some cities are on strike today. We'll explain why.
And spas around the country are taking their treatment to a new level, adding CBD to massages. We'll show you today at 4.
And if you like hot weather, then you'll like what Kelly has to say.
It's on the way tomorrow and